$200. If that was reached by September 27th, that was the second mailing deadline. If you did reach that deadline, your packet will be mailed. If you are not sure if you did reach that deadline, I'm going to be attaching to the recap of this meeting by Friday, a list of those who qualified, that are rookies, qualified for that deadline. And currently there is a list posted on our website of those who qualified for the first packet mailing deadline, which was September 1st. So again, you're not missing out. Yours did not get lost in the mail. It is coming to you if you had your $200 minimum raised. If you have not made your met your minimum though, you are going to be coming to packet pickup, which I will talk to in a minute. And another reminder, and on that same vein, if you are looking to grow your team and have a couple of last minute Lucy's that want to ride with you, the fee increase is going up on Tuesday. So make sure to use that code as you see here, Team Up. Gets you $15 off that registration fee, but it will increase by $20, and 50 sounds a lot better than 70. So definitely share that code. It takes it down to about 43 and get those final registrations in. So anybody who wants to ride still can ride, and we would be pleased and grateful to have you. So share that widely. Moving to pack and pickup. So your packet, when you get it, if you get it in the mail or not, will have your bib information and all other things you need for the ride. There'll be a wristband with emergency information. There'll be ribbons. There'll be stickers, all kinds of goodies in your packet when you pick it up, when it's in the mail to you. But if you are picking up, there is a packet pickup on Friday, October 15th, as well as Saturday, October 16th. You see the times there, 10 to 7 and noon to 4. So packet pickup is at the same location as our event. So the Pier 84 is where our event is this year. And that is where pickup will be on those 2 days. So it'll be right when you go to the pier. Pier 84 is actually right next to the Intrepid. So it's a nice landmark to be able to find that location. And right next to the Intrepid is Pier 84. It's a lovely, long, cute little pier that we are excited to have our event at, completely outdoors. Because of COVID safety, we are able to have a completely outdoor, very safe event. Like I said, those are the packet pickup times. And you can see here how to get there. It's very close to 42nd Street. So the Times Square location, as well as Port Authority, will get you there very easily from subway and bus. All this information is also on our website under packet pickup. So you'll be able to see that. And I will, of course, include this in the recap email that'll be sent out to everyone by Friday. So you don't have to take screenshots of this right now. You'll get this information again, but just so you know, it is very centrally located in Manhattan, right off near Times Square. So it's a couple block walk from Times Square, and you'll be able to get there easily. There is also parking. There is a small parking fee, but the Circle Line ferry is also next to the pier. There is a large barge type parking lot that you're able to park at right next to the pier. So multiple ways to get there, multiple ways to make that happen. If you do not have your packet mailed to you, you will need to pick it up again Friday and Saturday. There will not be on-site registration on Sunday. Again, I'll repeat that. There will not be on-site registration. We do not have registration for anyone to register and or pick up their packets that morning. It is very early. It's very dark. It's very hard to make that happen. So we have those convenient times for you on Friday and Saturday. If you are on a team and want to pick up your packets for everyone in your team, you are welcome to do so. Just please have that in an email to us so we know that is happening, and you may pick up the packets for everyone on your team so that you can make it easier to distribute on ride day if that is helpful to you. So again, if you have questions about packet pickup, I'd be happy to answer those. Please either put them in the chat or write them down for us to discuss at the end of our session. Okay, so packing list. This again will be included in the recap, but you must wear a helmet. Helmets are required by us, Bike MS, on the road. So please make sure you do not forget your helmet on ride day. Also your rider bib, which will be in your packet, and your bike number. You have a bike plate that'll go on your bike and a rider bib that will go on your chest. So there'll be safety pins for your rider bib and little twist ties to tie it to your bike, your number. There'll be a wristband, again, like I said, with emergency information, and you need your own ID. So make sure to bring all of those things with you. Of course, we recommend you be really comfortable, maybe bring a depending on the weather, a backup jacket, your jersey, socks, gloves, all of these things you see here, sunglasses. If you do have a bike that clips in, you might want to bring a second pair of shoes, whatever you need. However, reminder, I'll get to that next slide, but there is not bag check. So anything that you are bringing with you, if you feel the need to bring any of these extra things, make sure it is able to be with you on your bike. Again, this will be in this list and will be included in the recap. So like I said, we have bag restrictions from the NYPD. So the New York Police Department is very strict about what is allowed and not allowed on this event. They have these restrictions on multiple different events that they host. The New York City Police Department is in charge of the marathon, the TV bike tour. They're all very similar in what you're allowed to bring. So because of that fact, the NYPD does restrict the having large bags or backpacks on you. You may have something that is attached to your bike that is small and covered. As you see the approved and not approved image here, please just be cognizant of the fact that we do not have bag check unless you have earned that by being a super team or an elite team or an elite rider from the year before. So those riders who rode in 2019 or 2020 with us will have those options to have the bag checks, but new riders, you can earn that for next year. So get excited for that perk. But that is something we do not offer for all 2,000 riders on ride day. So please do be aware of this. These are what we are allowed. Again, this will be on our website, so you can make sure that you take a look at that to make sure that your bag does qualify for bag restrictions. I'm sure we'll have more questions about that. So we will make sure to ask more questions at the end about bags. Moving on to ride day details. The West Side Highway, as I said, is where our start line is. So once again, for our event, it is a traffic-free all around Manhattan. So to start that ride, it is on the West Side Highway, right above the Holland Tunnel exit, which is why the entrance to the event starts at 50th Street. As you see in this map, I'm going to make it bigger in just a second. But as you see in this map, you are entering the chute, which is the long, this long, colorful part of the highway at 50th Street. And there are sections for teams, which is the purple part, everyone that's doing the route, which is the 30-mile route, which is the green part, and then the VIP section, which is the orange part. So the VIPs are the elite riders who had earned that elite status from 2020, 19 or 2020. They are the ones who get to start first. That's a perk that they get because they did a great job with their fundraising. So they'll be in that orange section, and you will be either in the green section with the 30-mile riders or the purple to meet your team. There is multiple locations where there will be porta potties, so you're able to exit the chute to use the restrooms. Rachel, if you can go ahead and open that larger version of the map, that might be helpful as I'm explaining. We have a larger PDF. It is a little bit challenging to see on this map what exactly I'm talking about. But as you see here, the 50th is that yellow spot where it says barricade. So that 50th location is where everyone will enter the chute. Northbound traffic to the right of our chute is still going on. It's 6 a.m. It's quite early, so there isn't a lot of traffic, but there is traffic that is not closed. Because that is not closed, we have NYPD crossing guards helping us to get people from 50th across at that location at 50th Street. So that is why that is the entrance to the chute. You're going to go in at 50th and walk down. If we can scroll a little bit down, Rachel, you'll see the 30-mile lineup is where everyone will be lining up. There is also porta potties off of that 47th Street, which there's able to cross there. And then there's another section for porta potties down a little bit further, closer to 43rd Street. So, right? No, just kidding. There's not the 44th Street. 44th, thank you. So the reason the entrances to the chute is at 50th is because under this at 42nd and below is where it gets a little funky with the entrance to the tunnel, to the Holland Tunnel. So we do need everyone to enter at 50th Street. There also are concrete barricades along the highway dividing south and north, so you aren't really able to jump over anyway. So really, please adhere to that and go in at 50th Street through this awesome team meeting area. If you do have a team, there will be colored flags, multiple flags in different colors where you can tell your team, let's all meet at the orange flag at 6:45. We'll be releasing the order of those flags and closer to the date so you can pick where to meet your team or anyone else you are riding with. You can have a meeting area in the purple. And we scroll down a tiny bit, Rachel, you'll see that the start line is actually in the yellow part, which is where the VIPs will, the orange part, the VIPs will be let out first. And then that light green teal area is where the pier is, where the Finnish festival will be. So just kind of to give you an idea of what it all looks like and where everything is going to be happening, the pier is where the party will be afterwards with the beer and the burgers and all the good times. So you'll be finishing right where you started, basically. You'll be coming back in the chute and then entering the pier. There is bike parking, which you can see where it says Circle Line Finish Parking. That is the Circle Line cruise ship, their parking lot, which is where we will be having everyone bring into their bikes. It's up a small ramp, and there'll be a section and a place for you to put your bike. There'll be volunteers directing you where to go. So I'm going to go back to yeah, okay, so let me just go back to the highway. So I think I covered everything on the West Side Highway. Like I said, the porta potties are there at those 3 locations, and then there'll be team flags. So the chute opens at 6 a.m. Bright and early. It is dark when the chute opens. There is a breakfast for elite riders from the year before. They will be having breakfast. That's why it's open that early. You do not need to be there at 6 a.m. Get yourself an extra half an hour of sleep, but you may come. The chute will be open for you to kind of meet people and take pictures and see what the event will look like. And the start time is 7 a.m. So NYPD is leading our start time. They will be the ones to start the event. And ideally 7 a.m. that buzzer will go and we will start everyone to make that happen. I feel like this is a tiny bit out of order, so excuse me, but my next slide is about bike rentals. If you don't have bike rentals, that is not a problem. Unlimited Biking is our bike sponsor. They have a great deal for Bike MS riders to rent from them. You can see this on our website, Ride Details under bike rentals. They give you a helmet, they give you a bag. It's super easy. When you get to the pier, there's just lined up with bikes. You give them your name, they give you a bike. It's fabulous. It's very convenient. Maybe you live in Jersey, don't want to bring your bike on the ferry, or maybe you don't have a car to bring your bike in. Whatever your reason is, it definitely makes it easy to rent a bike to ride on ride day. So let's go into the course now. 30-mile traffic-free route. Like I said, it's the only traffic-free route in Manhattan, around Manhattan. And like I said, it starts on the West Side Highway in that chute. So we're going to be releasing everyone at 7 a.m. You're going to go down all the way to the bottom of the island where there is a really fun Battery Park tunnel. You can Tarzan your face off in there, scream really loud. It's really fun. And then you'll head up the FDR. That's going to be completely traffic free. The traffic is closed. NYPD is going to keep everyone in a little bubble, and you will follow the bubble all the way to the top of the island where we will have a rest stop at Inwood Park. There'll be snacks, there'll be restrooms, you'll take a little break, and then the NYPD will bring us back on the course and down to end where we started at the Pier 84. So it's a really great ride. Again, like we always say, it is a ride, not a race. So we are not sprinting down the highway. We're just enjoying the ride and enjoying the sights and the views all together. Take some pictures, stop for a second. There is definitely time to really enjoy our awesome route. So when you finish, you'll come back into that pier, like we said, and you will be required to wear your masks. I'm aware that New York City rules and guidelines do keep changing, constantly. However, we have made the decision as a society at Bike MS that we are going to have a mask required event. So you must be wearing your mask when you are not on your bike, eating or drinking. So if you're walking around the pier, mask is on. If you are in one of our little eating tents, you may take your mask down when you are eating and drinking. Again, you do not have to wear your mask on your bike. When you dismount, please put your mask on. So like I said, the elite breakfast is it's open at 6 a.m. So that's why we're open that early. But you do not have to be there that early. Please take your time in getting there, but make sure that you are here for the start and early enough to meet your friends and people and take pictures and all that great stuff. See the sunrise. It's gorgeous. There is, like I said, bike parking. As you see in this picture here, this to the left, that long skinny area is the bike parking. You'll enter through the Circle Line parking garage area, and it's a tiny little ramp, and then there'll be on a marshal to tell you where to actually park your bike. It'll be secure. There's guards there. You will not have an issue leaving your bike there. Do not worry. Then there's lunch. So, or breakfast, however you want to decide to call it, because it's about 10 in the morning, but there's delicious burgers served by Bear Burger. Everything is very COVID safe with different single serving packages of everything that we're serving. And there will be a craft beer area. So everyone that does the ride does get a free lunch from us. You're welcome. And those who choose to have or buy beer are welcome too. If you're a top fundraiser, though, you do get a free beer. So that is another perk of being in our top fundraiser club, which is motivation, hopefully, to get that beer. But you're welcome to purchase beer in the craft beer area. The Finish Line Festival will close at 2 p.m. So, and the ride will be long done by then. I forgot to mention before, the NYPD does keep us in a bubble. So if you are falling behind or are not able to finish, we do have SAG vehicles that can pick you up and make sure that you are escorted back with us and can join us at Pier 84. So do not worry about having to go too fast, or everyone can kind of go at their pace. We do not make everyone go super fast. It is a pretty secure bubble, and it's not, don't be concerned about timing. So if you are ready with the team, make sure to have a team meeting point. Like I said, there'll be flags in that purple team meeting area right when you enter the chute at 50th Street. So you'll pick a flag and tell your team to meet at a certain time. We'll also be having team members to help you at packet pickup. If you want to get all those, like I said, those packets together, you're welcome to pick those up in one fell swoop. And we want to see all your pictures. So take pictures right morning and share them with us. Please hashtag BikeMSNYC if you're posting on Instagram. And of course, share with us. We want to use all these pictures in our promotional stuff, in our recognition ceremony, all kinds of great places to share. And then, of course, we have a team jersey contest. So if you have a cool team jersey and you want to share, please drop off a jersey at the team jersey tent. It's going to be at the front of the pier. You'll see it when you walk into the pier. And we award the best jersey at our award ceremony in February. So show off your skills if you have a really cool jersey. Even if you maybe you missed the ability to make a Primal jersey because we're outside of the Primal is a little bit backed up right now. You cannot get a jersey from Primal at this moment. However, if you want to make your own, maybe you have a Cricket, or maybe you want to make a cool jersey, print them and iron it on, go crazy. It doesn't have to be a fancy pants jersey. It can be anything you want to make your jersey. So enjoy and share your jersey with us at that contest. And now I'm going to go into just a couple, just to make sure we're very clear on what we are doing as a society and what we expect of you as a participant for our ride to make sure that we are COVID compliant and incredibly safe. So we are giving you the same experience, amazing as you don't know that because you've done it before, but an amazing Bike MS experience as we are known for: support, perks, all the things that you would expect from a Bike MS event, but we are making sure that COVID is top of mind. So face coverings, as I said, are required for all riders, volunteers, and staff throughout the entire event. If you are vaccinated, I thank you. However, that status is not relevant to you are wearing a mask. Everyone must have their mask on while they are on our pier, enjoying the after party events, or even in the chute before getting on your bike in the morning. So please remember to have your mask on. We don't really want to have to police it. So just make sure that you're being courteous. Everyone is there with their own levels of comfort with COVID, and we want to make sure that we are being very courteous to everyone. There is the pre-health screening for all staff, participants, and volunteers. It is a COVID symptom screening that acknowledges all our safety protocols. You'll receive an email or text message if you had opted into that to make sure you fill that out before Saturday, October 16th. So the day before the event, you'll be instructed on how you fill that survey out, but make sure that you do fill that survey. That just honestly will ask you, have you been in contact with people who have COVID, et cetera. I'm sure you've had many of these at different events that you've been doing throughout the city. And we are maintaining as much social distance as we can and reduce touch points. Like I said, things are individually wrapped. We're doing as much as we can to have additional cleaning protocols and sanitation on the event. If you have been in contact with someone who had COVID, you will be asked to stay home. Again, thank you for all your compliance with all of these safety precautions. Moving on, after you complete the personal health screening, which again is either emailed or texted to you, you are responsible for wearing your mask all throughout the event. A mask is any kind of face covering. We ask that you cover your nose, mouth, and chin. If you have some kind of gaiter that is completely covering, great. But if it's just an open bandana, we ask that it be a mask that covers under your chin. So please be courteous of that and wear your mask. So like I said, that's kind of our safety precautions. In the chute, you are also required, like I said, to wear that mask. If you have any questions about these protocols, it is on our website under bike safety, like you see in this yellow box. It's been on every single page. That is there for you to read and to review, so you know how prepared that we are for you and your safety. Food and beverage, like I said, the elite breakfast will be in the pier for those who have achieved that for 2020. So 2021, excuse me. Goals for everyone on this call to get in with that elite breakfast pier breakfast next year. Masks is required, like I said, when you are not eating or drinking. There'll be breakfast trucks they'll be positioned in the chute, which will have bananas, oranges, granola bars, different things that you can grab to have a quick little breakfast. So you can come prepared to grab something to eat. Again, if you are eating in the chute, you may take your mask off. Once you are finished, please put that mask back on. We'll have individually wrapped foods, as I had previously mentioned, and there'll be Lysol and Clorox if you feel need to re-sanitize your hands or whatever, that will be available to you as well. Our SAG buses, like I said, are going to follow the bubble. So as I mentioned, the entire ride goes together in a little bubble, and the SAG vehicles at the end of the bubble will be there to support you if you need to be picked up, and it will be in a reduced capacity. It will not be a full bus, obviously. Masks are required in those buses. And then we have a virtual safety clinic, which anyone can attend. We encourage you to attend on September 7th, which is next Thursday. Not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. If you are able, we'd appreciate you coming in and learning and kind of preparing yourself for our protocol, what we expect of you as a rider, and what we are doing to promote our safety. Trek is our bike sponsor. We're excited that they're able to help support us. They'll be there with other bike safety tips as well, not just COVID safety, but bike safety and how to be hand signs and all the things that you can learn and need to know to be a courteous cyclist. I want to, again, reach out, thank our sponsors. Like I said, Bear Burger is providing amazing lunch for us, and we're grateful to all of our sponsors at this event. So I know I covered a lot. I know I talked fast. I was trying to make sure that I gave enough time for questions because I'm sure we're going to have some. So I have finished my spiel. I thank you, Alexis, for answering questions as we were going. But are there any other questions that I can answer now? We can't not have any questions. That's crazy. I'm very shocked right now that nobody has any. I'm grateful. That means I did a good job. But
hi, this is Sue. Can we buy those masks? The Bike MS, are they available?
I honestly, I think it's a possibility. They're from Primal.
They are available.
Rachel, they are great. Rachel, can you put that link in the chat? They're from our sponsor, Primal, and Rachel says they're available. So yes, let's put that link in there so that we can order those fabulous masks. They actually have a extra filter inside to make them into a 90 and 95. So it's super extra safe and they're cute. So there we go. Suzanne, I think you froze, but I hope I answered your question.
I have a question. I came in a little late. Is there a way to see or view the route for the bike ride?
Yes, let's put that. Rachel, can you put that back up on screen? The bike ride route is going to start at the chute starts at 50th, and the chute is about 7 blocks long. You'll actually start the ride at 43rd Street, go all the way down to the bottom of the island. There'll be a cool tunnel, the Battery Park Tunnel. You can scream and yell in it. Rachel, can we do the route as well? You can scream and Tarzan your face off, and then you'll get you'll go back up the FDR completely traffic free. There's a rest stop at the top of the island in Inwood Hill Park where everyone will stop. It is NYPD will stop us. We're up there to stop while they clear out the traffic for the West Side Highway. They'll open us up to go, and then we'll go back down to the West Side Highway, and we will, yeah, there's the perfect thing. You'll see the top up here, go all the way down, and we'll end where we began, right at 43rd Street. So it's entirely around the entire city, 30-mile traffic-free, amazing Manhattan views. Feel free to stop, take pictures, enjoy the gorgeous skyline, all of that great stuff.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Raya, it looks like we have a question in the chat from Alexa O'Neill. She's wondering if there's a document we can send her with the elevation profile for the route.
I don't think I have that. I know that on it's a Ride with GPS is on our website. There's a link to that. That's a tool that we use to see to map out our route. And Ride with GPS, does have elevation on there as well. So if you go to our website and look for that map, you can. I know that app, that program does provide elevation. That answered your question. Yes, there will be copies of these slides. Who will hold our bikes into Primal? Okay, so Evelyn, I think you answered this question, Alexis, for Evelyn.
Yep.
Yes.
Actually, I do have another question.
Shoot. Sure.
So this is the first time I'm doing a ride like this, and I normally carry my sneakers with me in a backpack. How do I do? I mean, looking at the rules, it looks like backpacks aren't allowed. So what do most people do in this instance? Because I'm new at this.
You are able to have a small bags that are attached to your bike. So if you're able to fit your shoes in something that can attach to the middle bar of your bike, you are able to have that. A lot of, honestly, people don't bring a pair of shoes, or they'll have someone join them at the event later. For the pier is open to friends and family or anyone who would like to join us after the event. So you're welcome to have anyone come and join you with a change of clothes for you if you so choose. A lot of people also just layer. It might, if it happens to be chilly in that morning, knock on wood that it isn't, but if it is a little cold, people do layer and take things off with their waist or whatever you're able to do. But it isn't something that we have leeway on because it is enforced by the NYPD.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Oh, I see Rachel put that link. If everyone sees the link for the cool bike masks, is in the chat, as well as that answer to the GPS question. It's also, that link is right there, so you can look at the elevation.
And I personally own the masks.
I have a question.
James, yes.
Regarding, I'm just curious, you say we're sort of in a bubble. I assume that means the NYPD is both in front of and behind us. But
Yes.
What pace do they expect us to be riding at?
It's not super fast. Don't worry. If you, I think the slower end, I think is, Rachel, am I correct on this, 10 miles an hour?
Yes, it's 10 to 12 miles an hour, and we will have police support on the front and the back.
But honestly, it isn't as fast as it sounds. You do have, there is a lot of leeway. You don't have to be fast or slow. I promise it's not as fast as it sounds. And that really is just so they can open up the highway as we leave. The traffic can be rerouted. So we don't take up the entire time, if that makes sense.
It does. Thank you.
Sure.
My one question is
Sure.
Where on your website would I find the Ride with GPS link? I'm not finding that.
Rachel actually just put it in the chat. So if you can look at the chat on the top of that bubble, you can click on that link and that'll take you right there.
It's not actually
Thank
on
you.
the website yet. I just got it yesterday, so it's in the current web update that I'm waiting for, but that is the link that we have.
Okay, so once I do that, it'll automatically update me. Thank you very much.
Sorry, this is Bob Lake, and I just got onto the call. Sorry, I missed much.
Well, I'm going to send a full recap of the entire call with, and we're going to post the recording as well on YouTube. So there'll be a link to watch the entire thing again if you choose. And then I'll put that recap with everything we discussed in an email. So you'll get that in by Friday.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have questions?
Hi, this is Sue Dory. I got cut off. I don't know if someone else asked, but can we buy those masks that you
Yes,
showed earlier?
Yeah, sorry, you froze when you asked your question. Rachel actually posted the link in the chat. So if you scroll up, there's 2 different face masks, an orange one and a gray one. They're in the chat. You can click that link and they are still available.
I personally own the gray one, and it actually has an inserted N95 filter as well as a face cage. So they're actually good for doing exercising because they will move them away from your mouth. And the N95 filter is reusable with washing. So you actually can get about 10 to 12 uses out of the N95.
Okay.
Any additional questions? Wow.
I'm in the chat. I don't see the link. I guess.
It is a couple. There's a Ride with GPS, and it's right above that. Is where she posted it.
Not working out.
Sue, I can make sure to send it to you in an email as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
If anybody has any additional, is there still a hand raised, or is that from earlier? I can't tell. I mean, okay, well, if I would, oh, Bill, do you have a question?
Yes, I wanted to know, as far as like a COVID test, do we have to come with a negative one, or just do we come with our Empire Pass, or?
Nope. I'm sorry. I'll put this in your tab as well, but we do not have a COVID vaccine requirement for the ride. Because of that, however, we do have a mask requirement for all participants, regardless of vaccine status.
Got it.
But
I'll be
mask is
masked.
required to be worn, yes, regardless of if you have a vaccine or not.
Got it. All over. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Anyone final questions? Do I hear a question? Is that someone quietly or no? No. Okay. Well, if there are no more questions, I can hang around for a couple more minutes if anybody does want to ask anything else. But like I said, this will be emailed to you in a recap with all of these, all the information that I provided. And anything else, please, of course, you may. Bill, do you have another question?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Any other questions you have? Everyone has my email. I've been sending out those from me, all the Ricky roundups and all that you got. So feel free to reach out with any additional questions. And I will stay on for a couple more minutes, but I thank you all for your time tonight, and we'll see everyone in like 19 days.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Have a good
guys.
night.
Take care, guys.
Hi, Sean.